Mike has requested me on Patreon to review the 2004 Disney movie Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen starring Lindsay Lohan. So I actually watched this film for the first time about 3 years ago. It might even have been among the first movies I watched on Disney+, and I most remember coming away from it finding the main character absolutely insufferable. Watching it again for this review, my thoughts have not changed regarding the lead protagonist, Lola. The plot centers on a teenage girl who moves from New York to New Jersey and desperately wants to be an actress. She's obsessed with a band and especially idolizes the lead singer. Lola's whole personality involves telling these big fanciful lies about herself and being overly dramatic about everything. I understand teenage drama queen is in the title, which itself has multiple meanings, as she's a drama queen who loves acting, but this is not a character I like spending time with for 80-ish minutes. The role was reportedly offered to Hilary Duff, but she turned it down, so Lohan signed on instead, which makes sense seeing as she was Disney's it girl for a while. I think Lohan tries the best she can with the material given, but I feel like most actresses would struggle making Lola into someone likable. The most baffling decision Lola makes is telling her new friend Ella that her father died in a horrible accident, even though he is very much alive and living in New York. And then, when we're later introduced to him, he's actually shown to be a really good father and just a genuinely good person. She reveals she told this lie to make herself more interesting, but that only makes the situation even worse, and Ella is rightfully angry at Lola for this odd deception. I think there is a way to show she's embarrassed by her parents and showcase her flaws, but make her into such an annoying teenage whiner. You can even keep her being overdramatic about things that only seem majorly important to teenage girls. There's recently been a lot of movies centered on preteen and teen girls that succeeded at doing this. The Edge of 17, 8th Grade, Lady Bird, and Turning Red are some examples that come to mind. I should mention I have not read the book this movie is based on, so I don't know whether the fault lies with the original source material or the adaptation. The movie also features the stereotypical mean girl character played by Megan Fox in one of her early film roles. In her very first scene, she already walks into the room with a snooty attitude towards Lola, because she's a new girl from New York. She remains with that same one-note depiction for the entire rest of the movie. Regina George, she is not. Meanwhile, Carol Kane appears in the movie as the director of the school play Lola auditions for. I think Kane is a very talented actress who's been good in many things. However, in Teenage Drama Queen, she's been directed to absolutely chew the scenery. The rest of the cast tries to act as natural as the script and direction will let them, which only makes Kane's over-the-top performance stand out even more. Eli Marienthal, who most people will know as the voice of Hogarth in The Iron Giant, plays a boy who Lola befriends, and it's a rather thankless role. At the very end of the film, it's revealed they've started a romance, and I thought, wait, were they supposed to be an item? They have absolutely no romantic chemistry, and it seems to only happen because this is a teen movie, and it's almost required for the lead to get involved with someone by the end. The bright spot of the movie absolutely comes from Allison Pill as Ella. Pill is one of those actors I find does not get nearly the recognition she deserves, because she's been great in almost everything I've seen her in, including Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Midnight in Paris, Goon, Milk, and Snowpiercer. And in a movie as annoying as Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, she especially stood out. She does a really good job of portraying Ella's insecurities, fears, and joys. There's a moment in the third act which she has to give an emotional speech to Lola, and Pill treats that monologue with the same sincerity she would if it was a prestigious drama. And I certainly appreciate the times when she called Lola out for her actions. Without that character and Pill's performance, I would have found the film completely intolerable. As expected, the movie ends with a school play, which is a lavish modern musical version of Pygmalion, but it mostly comes across like watching a promotion for Lindsay Lohan's newest album, now available to buy at Walmart and wherever else CDs are sold. So as you can see, I did not like this movie at all and found it a thoroughly irritating teen comedy featuring an unlikable lead character and nary a funny moment. Now let me know in the comments what you think of Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, and thank you for the request, Micah.